We have selected the techniques that question document examiners use, and we've hired some question document examiners, and those techniques are very powerful because they permit a judge in a courtroom to tell the difference between a genuine document and a fake document.
6 civilian, 6 military, 2 Air Force, 2 Army, 2 Navy. And some of them were very well known, but some of them weren't very well known, but turned out to be perfectly appropriate.
The untimely death of Secretary Forrestal was deemed necessary and regrettable.
The first annual report of the Majestic 12 operations. And this was a primary report and then 3 annexes comprising 17 pages. Many unusual commentaries were included. Everything from missing soldiers to airplanes that have been shot down while chasing UFOs. There's a section called Government Policy of Control and Denial.
One of the most difficult aspects of controlling the perception in the public's mind of government attempts of denial and ignorance is actual control of the press.
I believe the Eisenhower briefing document is genuine. The list of members, I thought that would indicate it was phony because Dr. Donald Menzel, a Harvard University professor of astronomy, was listed as a member. But he was a total skeptic. He wrote 3 anti-UFO books. You certainly don't need a security clearance to teach astronomy at Harvard. I discovered, to my total amazement, that he led a double life, that he worked with the National Security Agency, worked with the CIA, had a top secret ultra clearance, did classified work for 30 companies. None of this was known.
One of the things that question document examiners do to authenticate documents is to look at the type. And so when you study the typography and become familiar with how the hot lead printing presses of that era worked, you find that once every so often there was a letter Z that was raised because it was not commonly used. We found a document from that era that shows a raised Z, and we have in our own document about every 3rd Z is raised. This is exactly the kind of thing that telegraphs authenticity.